I don't want to bore you. I want to make it quick, simple, specific. What's my next move in this life? I don't want to type up a post. I don't even have a laptop right now with the keyboard to where I can really type my 50 to 100 words per minute, depending how I get going. You know how it is, the mood, the swing. Munching on these tasty little salty, pepper coated, crunchy peanuts. Got some stacked Lay's. Got some Fireman Brew Premium Micros. Got this Context wine. The homegrown marijuana. I just heard the toaster go off. Ooh, there it is. Nice and toasty. That is kind of hot. That is absolutely hot. That's that duck smoked meat. Smoked half baked. I smoked it, then I baked it last night, then I put it in the refrigerator, and then I quartered it up this morning. And then froze 3 pieces of it. And then one of the pieces I am gonna be eating it. That's what I'm doing right now. Man, fuck it. Fudge it. Excuse me. So, my plans, my game time plan. So I've been growing cannabis since 2013. 2011, 2012. It was half of 2011, like in September. And then half of 2012 in like March. A quarter of 12. So for like 6, 7, 8, 9 months, I was in LA from 11 to 12. Doing this extra background acting and really wanting to get into this entertainment business. Then I came back home from car troubles, got car towed. It was getting a little, I can't explain it. I came home and all of a sudden it felt so comfortable. Does that make any sense? Like you just didn't want to go back to a struggle that was only getting better. It was only getting more and more successful. I actually just got a voucher from the AFTRA union program. That's right when AFTRA and SAG was actually joining. They were literally joining that year within those months. And before that, they had either you're a SAG union and there's 3 vouchers, 3 little slips you had to get, or you're an AFTRA where it was 1 voucher, 1 slip. Now, if you had 1 slip for an AFTRA and you became an AFTRA union, there was 2 different unions. There was an AFTRA and then the SAG. And you had to pick, well, if you were an AFTRA certified union guy or person, girl, you could only get AFTRA kind of union jobs. And then SAG, you needed 3 vouchers. I think it was a little bit more upscale, a little more work. Then that's where you had your SAG union work. Long story short, they were coming together. So as they were coming together, as long as you had 1 voucher in either union, you were able to pay your initiation. It was like $2,800. That's what slowed me down. That's what didn't bring me back to LA. I needed like $3,000 for me to initially get into this union. And then now my paychecks on just like a minimum type of job. Minimum type of job means your first 8 hours. So if you get hired on a job, whether you do 2 hours or 8 hours, the full 8-hour shift, you're going to get the full same amount pay for 8 hours. So if you got hired on a job and you only stayed for half an hour, all of a sudden they let you go, you're getting paid the full 8. If you stayed longer than 8, let's say 9 hours, 8.5 hours. If you stayed 8.5 hours, you're getting that 1 hour extra, what do you call it? Overtime. Now, every time you go over like a couple hours, it's more and more and more overtime. So from 8 to 10 hours, doubled overtime. From 10 to 12, it's like triple. From 12 to 14, it's like quadruple or something. Long story short, usually you either stayed like less than 8 or usually stayed 10 to 12, way over. So the paycheck was going to be minimum of 8, For regular non-union, it was like back in 2009, 10. This is way back when now minimum wage is like what, $15, $16. This is back when minimum wage was like 8.50, 9. So at $9 back then, we were getting what, like $80? Or if you're a union, if you're part of these vouchers, these after SAG, or when they conjoined, and you paid your $3,000 initiation, I think it was a one-time fee. If it's every year, that's a little pricey, but at the same time, it's worth it because you're booking jobs where you're getting paid not $80, but you're getting paid like $250, $300. It's actually pretty legit. Usually you're working overtime because they're long shifts. They want you there the most of the time. And man, 12, 14-hour shifts, instead of getting paid like 120, you're getting paid like 400. It's legit. It really is. So besides the long hours and sitting around waiting for your time and finding something to do, this and that, that's not being a main character. Imagine being a main character where you're just that person, whatever it is. You might not even have speaking lines, but you're just that main person. And they've got a weight room there for you. They've got food buffets there for you. I mean, whatever you want and need, they've got it covered. Besides the luxurious part, and besides the fact that whoever really cares for you really needs you, they really want you, besides all that, man, what else could there be at that? Like, man, think about it. You're blessed. I'm sitting here right now in this house with, let's say, cash flow coming in. Rent, investments, whatever it is. I don't care if you're a millionaire, a billionaire, or just some person that has a house that's coming in with some cash flow. Long story short, the money's covered, everything's covered, but you're not satisfied. You want relationships. You want the entertainment, whether it's drunk, stupid, clubbing music, or whether it's just watching cars drive by, or whether it's being in a bigger, faster city, whether it's livestock, animals, and this and that. However the situation is, you're looking for entertainment. That's just how humans are. We're looking for something to keep our focus, attention on. And with that atmosphere in LA, it was such a blessing, so much fun that not that I can't wait to get back to it. I want to get busy. I want to start making money. Because when the money comes in, I'm going to visit LA. I'm going to, enjoy the moments of that busy, fun entertainment lifestyle, whether it's LA, Vegas, Miami, New York, all around the world. There's clubs, scenes, music. I'm sure we can throw a party anywhere. You get where I'm going with this. That energy, that good time vibe. Whether it's that crave or whether it's just traveling, being productive and busy, the suffering is up to you. We don't need to suffer as humans if we have the cards played out right, if that makes any sense. You don't have to be a missionary going to Mexico with some small-time little church and starving, hurting, trying to make ends meet in this tiny little poverty where you have no control over, if anything. Or you could be this big-time, successful, super powerful type of energy vibe, community, dictatorship where you're coming into this third world country and you're taking over. Cartel can't do anything about it. Whatever their powers are can't do anything about it. That's a little different. Different kind of vibe, different kind of energy. And both take a lot of stress, both take a lot of power, both take a lot of ends meeting to connect the right dots, if you hear where I'm going with this. Long story short, why sell yourself short? And that's where I'm at. If I've got 10 pounds of seeds, why am I going to go around knocking on doors in my neighborhood looking for people to grow 6 plants? And within those 6 plants, if I manage it or help you out with it or whatever it is, even supply the plants, the seeds. Let's say I give you 6 seeds and I want 1% of your harvest. You hear me? You got 1 pound. I want, half an ounce, if that's like 1%. I want a quarter ounce, 1%. You hear me? And then I find 1,000 farmers that want to grow 6 plants residentially, legally. And out of 1,000 farmers, that's 6,000 seeds. Well, half of them are going to be males, half of them are going to be females. So let's say like 12 to 20,000 seeds, maybe half a pound of seeds. Okay, so if I got 10 pounds of seeds, and if 10,000 plants is half a pound of seeds, which that's not even close, it's a lot more. 10,000 seeds, half a pound, 20,000 seeds, a pound. Now I got 10 pounds. That's 200,000 seeds. And out of 200,000 seeds, what was I saying? A quarter ounce of 6 plants? I mean, you start doing the math. There's ways to work this long story way short, however you want to do it. Don't want to confuse you, but long story short, I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to risk it. We're a little bit in a different situation right now. If I had my own type of commercial industry going, and we were just opening up this market to the public, and we're really trying to cash in on this big industry that's going worldwide, whether we like it or not, and we can't do anything about it. Whether Canada starts importing, exporting with Middle East and Europe, or whether America tries to get tangled up in all that, we can't stop the momentum. The thing is, though, it's out of our leagues, and you human race is not the problem. I can tell you that this water that you're about to drink is gonna make you live forever. Spiritually, or like literally. You won't take it. Just because you've been brought up and taught that there's no such thing. Or just whatever it is that you're brainwashed with. It's that simple. And that's why I don't want to be in the church setting, building, relationship, human race that are so stuck in their own, whatever you want to call it, that it's just not even my place. Does that make any sense? They're painting a picture, color, and some colors they just don't want anywhere near that painting. And I'm talking like straight black, straight white, and like straight red. Like 3 colors they want nowhere near Christianity, let's say that. And then everything else they paint, however it's going to paint, as long as it has those 3 colors, as long as it's not all black, as long as it's not all white, as long as it's not all red, they're happy. Being brought up, of course, from generations to generations to generations, thousands of centuries of years, teachings, writings of this. No black, no white, no red. I can't even say gray, because gray is 2 in between of white and black. So nothing too bright, nothing too dark, nothing too plain. It's pretty sickening how this human race really lays out as dominoes. It makes sense why Christianity was wanting to get wiped out. Why the Jews had their Holocaust. Why Stalin did what he did. Why everything came into reality so quick within those early 1900s. World War I and II is right there with it. So anyways, imagine if all that didn't happen. Where would it be? What leadership would we all be under right now? Think about it. Everybody would have probably curly hair by now. Jews. And now you look at the big picture, it's like, man, we officially have been really saved as a human race. Because you've got this watered down general public. A public that has no power They have no need or want to lead. They've settled. They're happy. You know, like pork, pig. They're just in their pens, running around, and multiplying them. Human race is in a way similar to that situation. You can't do anything with a pig. Now you got your horses. Now you're either winning or you're done. Yeah, you got your riders. You got your mellow mules. Anyways, I'm not gonna hurt your feelings. Um, I do know when we breed, we skip a generation, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. Where I feel like my family, not only did we skip a generation of what we want, but but that physical trait, that mental trait, like what do we stand for? Not suffering like they've suffered. They, as in our ancestors, the communistic worlds, the being pushed around, or whatever it is. I can't explain it. But I do know that nothing's going to stop it. And we don't want to like take down the world. Because now that I just said that nothing's going to stop it, that's kind of like me speaking to, Donald Trump himself. Donald Trump and his family on a whole nother situation. Whether they believe in God himself, whether they think they're God themselves, or whether God's coming to help himself. God's in the play. And it's one of those things where, what day do we decide that we want to stay and play in this arterially elite? Anyways, let's focus. Let's really dial things in. When I say dial things in, as America, the feds, Monsanto, these organizations, they're not on our side. It's all about money now. Marlboro, cigars, tobacco, these fine, small-time organizations, however it is all backed up, it's not for America. Does that make any sense? You sheriffs, you deputies, you policemen, even you feds, like feds that are not at the, at the top. I mean, are movies really a joke? I know you guys watch movies. Movies can't be that. Y'all gotta be smarter than that. You hear me? I love apes. I love gorillas. But they've had it down from 100 years ago. Because believe it or not, gorillas are the strongest. Think about it. You hear me? It is definitely a takeover. That's not the situation. They know it, we know it, and it's one of those things like, man, they've got it down so well, whoever they are, that they're killing off their own just to make sure they're on top. And they're breeding so fast, using the system so strong, where you know exactly what I'm talking about. But America is allowing it. We are making our own, not monsters. Because these are humans. These are beautiful human souls that I pray our system government is able to educate, innovate, create, push that passion forward. Anyways, don't want to take your time. Sorry if I'm wasting it. I love you all so much. I really do, human race.